Hey YouTubers, this your boy Amari Points here, finally bringing you another movie review. So today I'm doing my latest movie review on the latest Netflix original film, The Wrong Missy. So this movie is basically about uh, David Spade's character named Tim, who goes on a blind date with this girl, Missy, and things don't exactly, turn out the way he hoped they would. It kind of turns out to be like a crappy blind date. The girl is just psycho. She does weird stuff that no one can explain. But honestly, but she really is just beyond crazy. Like that Tim really doesn't want to see her anymore. She's just one of those crazy girls honestly that honestly I don't think I would ever date. But all in all, this film was kind of like real shitty in a way. But the bright side, we got to see a lot of familiar cameos in this movie. Some of Adam Sandler's old friends, and this is directed by the same people that directed Ridiculous Six, all Grown Ups 2, and all in the first one. And let me tell you, Happy Madison did not do a good job on this one, not whatsoever. I literally was about to fall asleep throughout this whole movie because it was just awful. I didn't think this movie was hands down another Adam Sandler failure. But David Spade himself is a talented actor. Keep it up, David. And I actually did enjoy seeing your character in this movie. He was funny, but I still think he needs some work. Uh, Lauren Larkpis, I can't pronounce her last name. It's kind of difficult. She was definitely a show stealer throughout this whole movie. She had me cracking up on some scenes, but some of the stuff she did wasn't exactly sorry, wasn't exactly something I would enjoy seeing again. This movie is just not really watchable again because it's one of those movies where you question like, is this really an Adam Sandler movie? And what am I watching? Like, that's what I was thinking to myself because it really wasn't at all that good of a movie to me. I love Adam Sandler and he and all the stuff he did in the past, but this movie, it looks like it really flopped. I thought this movie was going to be interesting and funny from what I seen in the trailers, but turns out my excitement was just for nothing. Hands down, nothing. I I was just really disappointed with this movie. Adam Sandler, who directed it, I believe, he could have done so much more better with this movie because comedy with his movies right now aren't exactly doing that good. This movie needed so much work. It could have been a whole lot more better if they really made it interesting and actually made the girl a little bit more crazy about Tim, like stalked him and everything. But instead he sent, like as most of you saw in the trailer, he sent the wrong text to the wrong girl, which was the blind date that he went on. So she came to Hawaii with him. So that was just hands down the worst. That was just hands down like the worst thing you could ever do. Ask your blind date to go on a trip with you. But all in all, like I said, there are a lot of famous cameos in here. We have Adam Sandler's kids, his wife, and many other people and many other celebs in this movie that I can't really tell you because you're gonna have to see for yourself, and you'll be blown away by how many celebs are in here I because I think that's the only thing that was good about this movie was we got to see some familiar faces in here. Literally a lot of familiar faces. I was actually I was happy that we got to see a bunch of people that we know and love in this movie. But all in all, that was the only thing that was going for it. The rest of the movie just sucked. It really did. I was not really surprised how bad it was and how lame it was going to be. Because, again, Adam Sandler in comedy right now, not exactly doing good for himself. He really needs to step up his game in the comedy department. And I believe if he does that, he'll have way more of a bigger audience than just this one, than ever. He'll have a bigger audience if he does more comedy and works really hard on the script. This one, it just seems like there wasn't a lot of effort into this movie. They really had to really put a lot of effort. It seems like the actors weren't really into their roles. I wish they could have done a whole lot more better with this movie because if they did, it will be more exciting. That's honestly the one problem I have with this movie. The comedy wasn't really on point at all. And that just, again, needs work. Adam Sandler, I'm not sure if you know this, but you really need to step up your game a little bit. Please, for the audience's sake, do so. And that's it for my rant. On to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. Like I said before, a lot of funny, familiar cameos in this movie that was the only thing I practically enjoyed about the movie because, well, it was just great seeing some familiar faces in this movie. Like I told you guys before, Adam Sandler's wife, his kids, the guy with the crazy eye was in this movie, and that was just hands down. It was nice seeing all these familiar faces in here. And Rob Schneider, who was in Ridiculous 6, I can't remember his last name, I hope I pronounced that right, was in this. And I can't tell you what his role was because, again, you'll see when you watch the movie if you don't fall asleep on it. If you don't fall asleep on it, please let me know. Yeah. And honestly, that was just, like I said, that was the only thing that was really going for it. All the familiar faces and everything, that was the only thing that was going. Now, onto the negatives. The first negative was the actors didn't really seem like they were into their roles. They needed more. They really needed to step up the game. It could have been more better if the Missy, played by Lauren, was just a little bit more crazy and more psychopathic because I think that's what the whole movie was basically about. Dating a blind date who didn't exactly turn out well. And the other stuff was the jokes. They didn't really land in this movie whatsoever at all. I was hoping that they would be more funny and exciting, but they weren't. I'm sorry. I'm actually disappointed. I was really disappointed. It was sad. No funny jokes in this movie at all. And the movie itself, again, needs some work. That's another negative I need to announce on. It's definitely some work that needs to be done on this movie. They shouldn't have released it until they knew, I mean, it was going to be really funny and interesting for all of the viewers. That's something I believe Happy Madison should have put more effort into and had more fun producing this movie, to be honest. Again, comedy with Adam Sandler's movies are like really bad. Sorry. I wish they worked more on this. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to the rating. I give The Wrong Missy a solid E. Because the jokes didn't land. The movie itself was just awful. I was hoping for like an exciting Adam Sandler movie when I saw the trailers for this movie. But I was wrong. It didn't deliver at all. And the only thing that had it going was the cameos. And that was just it. And the cast itself, they seemed like they didn't really want to do this movie at all. And basically, Adam Sandler just needs to step up his game some more in the comedy department. Because his past movies were funny. This one, not so much. It wasn't funny at all. And that's it for my movie review. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you thought of this movie. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. Press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. And be sure to follow me on the Stardust app at Amari106 for my latest movie/trailer reaction. I will see you all soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.